So, the LTDx range by Cobra Golf. The golf club enthusiasts watching this video will know in 2016 was the first LTD driver, the King LTD. Now they're back with it for 2022. Some very keen eyes will also know that Bryson Dechambeau used the 2016 LTD in his Arnold Palmer win in 2021. Pure coincidence they've gone back to it, but I expect big things from this driver range. There are two main new pieces of technology that I want to talk about in this video, and the first one is the Power Core technology. This, in all honesty, isn't anything that new. It's multi-material internal and external weighting in the club head. You can see the external weighting on all the models, the LTDx, the LTD LS, and the Max, on the lovely little changeable weights that you've got, but you've also got a tungsten and steel weighting inside the club that promotes forward CG, faster ball speeds, and forgiveness. You've heard it all before, basically. What I am the most interested about is the hot face technology, the HOT. This has replaced the E9 face from previous iterations. You still have the CNC milling, but some really interesting technology behind this. The hot face does stand for something, highly optimized topology. And basically what Cobra have done is they've done thousands and thousands of simulations, seeing where the ball is hit across the face. And then from that, they've actually optimized the face, changed the thickness of the face in 15 different locations to optimize the ball speed for wherever you hit it across the face. So if you, let's say, had a look at it, it would look like a topology map, hence the name. And one thing behind this as well, all this adds together and makes a unicorn driver. You may be looking at me and thinking, what on earth am I talking about? Well, the LTDx, the flagship model, the ones that we're probably gonna be the most interested in, has 0 CGNA and over 5,000 MOI. Now, you may be as confused as I am when I first heard about that. They have had a previous driver, the King LTD, have 0 CGNA, but they haven't had as high MOI. And that just basically means this driver is, and could easily be, the most forgiving driver of 2022, and yet it still produces some really, really good numbers. Usually if you have a lot of forgiveness, you're gonna have to sacrifice some speed, maybe, some other launch characteristics, but this LTDx, I've hit it already, I've hit it a few times, I'm blown away by the forgiveness by it. So let's hit some shots now on the full swing simulator. I've set a green over to 325 yards, and let's just see how I get on. I've got the LTDx. I do have the other models with me today, so the LTDx LS and the LTDx Max, the Max being the draw bias club. But I do think the majority of people watching this video will be looking towards the LTDx. I will get some numbers for the LS as well. But if we just talk before I hit some shots here, the actual design improvements, as I said, they are now all a carbon crown. It is slightly different to the rad speed last year in overall design. I will show a comparison for you guys now. So you can see it is largely quite similar, but with a slightly different color scheme. Actually, the carbon in this crown is looking a little bit actually shiny, a little bit glossier than the previous rad speed. There could be some reasons behind that. They've actually got a lot more carbon in the club as well. They've got 30% more carbon in this club compared to the rad speed. So following similar to other brands this year, which makes it lighter, which they can save weight, use that weight to redistribute. Again, similar to what they said with the rad speed as well. So really good positive technology and positive changes made from the rad speed. So that one was a bit off the heel. It's a good start. There's a thing to be said about Cobra there. Look at that. So didn't hit it very well, but smashes at 1.48. Those numbers are pretty bang on, aren't they? Club speed is going to climb up definitely, and not the fastest ball speed in the world, but I want you guys to focus on the smash factor for this video. At 1.48 there, and a really nice draw. We're looking at a shot there that I can see the strike mark on this club right now, and it's not out the middle. It's slightly low and out of the heel, but yeah, I still hit quite a nice draw. That was straight out the pipe. There we go. Second try, we've driven the green there. That was, I think, that one there was so right out the center. I'm expecting it to be some pretty good speeds there. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so I think the spin reading there must have been slightly wrong because it wasn't that low. It was probably about 2. But look at those numbers there, guys. Really fast ball speed, as fast as the stealth that I've done so far this year, but just really, really solid numbers. And you're gonna probably see that throughout this testing here, that the numbers I'm gonna be getting are just really positive. And I haven't even talked about the price of this one. That's something that I'll talk about later. Another good one. That's carried 330, I think. Can I climb up? Hello there. That is the fastest ball speed I've ever got in my life. 185.8. Smash it at 1.49. I'm really going close to the camera because that is something I've never seen before, and long may it continue. I had a driver in my bag for 2022, and I was going to swear by it. I was going to stick with it, and I wasn't thinking I was going to change. And now I think I'm going to have to. Let's hit a few more. Just tugged it slightly, but it's going to go. Actually, didn't tug it slightly. That's really good. I think that was the best strike in the world there, just slightly out of the toe, so it wasn't going to be, for me, the best shot. But I'm getting it again. I'm getting the smash at something I could never consistently get before. It's going between 1.48 and 1.49. I'm genuinely gobsmacked. I have tried this driver before, and I was getting really good smash from 1.45 and above. But this is even more impressive now, and if you're looking at the ball speed, that's 2 records I've just done consecutively. So quickly switch over to the LS. I'm so bad at that. The LS version will just be slightly lower spin, as well as that the power core technology with the external weighting is slightly different. I will show you the comparison with all 3 models here. That is just because the LS version is for a slightly better player. So the way in which you would move the weight around, as well as it being not as much of a draw bias, is more to actually help with shot shaping, whereas with the LTDx it's a little bit different. Oh, so that's not bad. I think it's not going to be the best numbers in the world, because just looking at that strike there, that was quite far out of the toe. But we're still getting smash up there at 1.48, guys. Like, it's really, really good there. I do think this one will be, in terms of feedback, you're going to know where you hit it out of the face a little bit more. That was quite obvious out of the toe strike, quite a negative feeling instantly, almost like this is the bladed version of it. That's a good one. If you look at that flight already, guys, you can see it's a lot lower there. So a bit lower launching, lower spin, but still really nice shot. Yeah, 179.8, spin a little bit lower. And that's what you're really going to expect with this one, just slightly lower spin, slightly less forgiving because it is suited towards that better player, and a little bit more workable with that external weighting. Wasn't bad. So not the best strike in the world, which is why it's short, a little bit out of the toe, which I noticed instantly. So you've got that instant feedback, which you would expect in an LS model. But then looking at those numbers, I'm still getting good smash, just spin went a little bit higher because it wasn't out the middle of the club face. But that is pretty much bang on what I'd expect the LS model to be. Just slightly less forgiving, slightly lower spin, slightly lower launch, as you can see as well. So a really strong club, but I'm still pretty infatuated by the LTDx. So let's just give my final thoughts on that driver and this driver and the whole LTDx metalwood range right now. So guys, that brings me to the end of this video where I have to give just my final thoughts on this Cobra LTDx range. It's very difficult for brands to get it wrong, I think, in 2022, 2021. Technology has become so advanced now that there never really is going to be a bad club, I don't think, especially in the metalwoods category. They all know what they're doing, and it really is just kind of fine-tuned differences as to the previous iteration. The Cobra Rad Speed, still a very, very good driver, still pretty much as good as this. But when I have to be a reviewer and notice the difference, the main thing, and this is perhaps the most substantial difference I have noticed from model to model from previous iterations, is that smash factor. You guys saw it as well. I didn't drop below 1.48 every single time. I'm using this full swing simulator here at Silvermere, one of the highest tech pieces of kit you can possibly find in the world, and it's showing me that I'm hitting it supposedly out of the middle every single time. But I wasn't. I was hitting it out of the toe, hitting it out of the heel, and I was still getting very, very good results with an average of 330 yards with the LTDx. The feel of this, added with the results that I'm getting here, show that it definitely is one of the drivers to contend for drivers of the year for 2022. And then when you look at the price, it's right up there at the top because it's an RRP of £399, the cheapest out of all of the models. TaylorMade, another £80, Callaway, another £50 or so. It's a lot cheaper, And I don't think you're going to find a better value for money club when you're looking at the results for the LTDx. I would urge all of you to go and try the LTDx out just to see how forgiving it is and how much speed you're getting as well. Guys, if you have any questions about the LTDx range, let me know for metalwoods. I'm going to kind of continue this video as a series, so I'm going to do the irons. I'm also going to do the fairway woods here at Silvermere in the Full Swing studio. So that means you're kind of going to see a series. So the next video will be irons, next video after that will be fairway woods. So I'm going to get that set up now. If you did like this video, leave a like down below. And if you guys are new to GolfMagic, please hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all of our content. We're only up from here, 185 ball speed. Let's go for 190 very, very soon. I hope you guys subscribe, be on for the ride with me. I am going to go set up the irons now, guys. So I will see you at the next video where we can see how far they go. Until then, guys, I'll see you later.